So the film starts with a deadly game. The host has kidnapped a girl and tied her to a chair. She has lost the game, which means she must now die. The host broadcasts this gruesome event on the dark web, entertaining a depraved audience. A table. In front of him holds 3 weapons. He announces that whoever donates the highest amount will get to choose how she dies. A girl sends $500 demanding she be executed with a chainsaw. Without hesitation, the host obliges, killing her in front of the live audience. At the same time, the police receive information about this horrific event and rush to the scene. But when they arrive, they find only 2 people and a child locked in a container. The rest of the criminals have fled, leaving no trace behind. The story then rewinds to some time earlier. Ben, a cybercrime officer, comes home exhausted when he receives news that the dark web game has started again. Without wasting time, he heads to the police station, where his colleagues are watching the live broadcast. The host has kidnapped 2 individuals and forces them to play rock, paper, scissors. They know that losing means death. When they hesitate, they are electrocuted with a taser gun. Forced to play, the girl loses, sealing her fate. The host then brutally executes her with a chainsaw, a scene already shown at the beginning of the film. Ben immediately instructs his cyber team to track the host, but the perpetrator is using an advanced system that makes tracking impossible. Each time they attempt to locate him, they get a false lead. As time passes, more innocent people fall victim. The scene shifts to Katya, a woman on her first day at work. She is warmly received by a coworker, Sophia. Meanwhile, the host is secretly watching her, along with 3 other potential victims. Later, Ben revisits old footage of the host's previous broadcasts. In the background, he notices kidnapped individuals, meaning they were also executed in past games. After work, Katya prepares to leave, but Sophia convinces her to stay for a drink. Eventually, she heads home, but is attacked and rendered unconscious. She wakes up in a strange place where the deadly games take place. Another prisoner, also kidnapped, warns her to stay silent as making noise results in being shocked with a taser. Meanwhile, the host uploads Katya's kidnapping video online, enraging Ben, who orders his team to investigate her abduction. Ben, desperate for a lead, visits a prisoner he had previously arrested for a dark web crime. This man had successfully tracked and killed a dark web user, making him an expert on their methods. But instead of hope, the prisoner tells Ben that the host is the most powerful figure on the dark web, nearly impossible to capture. He always has backup plans and remains one step ahead. Meanwhile, the host starts another deadly game with multiple contestants, including Katya. A gun with a single bullet is placed before them. They must take turns pulling the trigger against their heads. The unlucky one will die. Katya survives, but another contestant blows his brains out. Another contestant receives a blank flag, meaning he too must be executed. The audience, eager for blood, sends money, demanding he be poisoned with bleach. The host obliges, and the man dies in agony. The police remain powerless. Due to their failure, the case is transferred to the FBI, but the host is well aware of this and closely follows their every move. Meanwhile, Katya and another prisoner, Sasha, plan their escape. They decide to attack their captors, steal their weapons, and flee. However, the host overhears their plan. As punishment, he publicly tortures Sasha, streaming her suffering to the audience, who enjoy the spectacle. Ben returns to the prisoner for advice. The prisoner explains that the host doesn't seek money. He thrives on fear and suffering, aiming to create a community of like-minded sadists. The FBI holds a press conference but admits they have no leads. The host watches the conference with amusement. At home, Ben's wife surprises him with the news that she is pregnant with a daughter. But Ben, too consumed by the case, fails to react as expected. His wife interprets his silence as disappointment, adding tension to their relationship. The host escalates his cruelty by publicly announcing his next 4 victims, challenging the police to stop him. The police immediately move to protect these individuals, but the host still manages to abduct them. Among the captives,